I have a little problem with my Dremel today. It's plugged in. We got power there. I'll show you here. See, nothing, but then that'd be the brushes. Sometimes if you shake it, tap it, something will work. This Dremel, I bought this at Tiny Middle years ago, and there's something, I don't know, it just didn't, it was nice, but it didn't do it for me. I don't know. There was something like a little lacking about it. And it's gotten old, beat up over the years. I've had this for, I'm going to say, a good 10 years now. Comes with a little wrench thing over here that you can hook to the chuck to loosen it. And then I can pull out my little grindy bit. This is sort of stripped out and doesn't work all that good anymore. It just, the other problem is it got sticky. The rubbery, we had this with the IBM ThinkPads back in the day, where the rubber like deteriorates and it gets all sticky in that. And a lot of you are screaming at your screen saying, oh, well, just replace the brushes. Well, I did that. I did. I went and I bought brushes for it. I went and I had to look high and damn low for them. Paid too much for them. They came, I put them in, and they didn't even fucking work. Put the old ones back, and they worked. So, I know I didn't do anything wrong because it's as simple as, in fact, that's what the other end is for. It unscrews the caps here. This one, so don't lose that, there's a brush. It's not worn. You know, it's got plenty of meat on it. So we'll go put that back in somehow. I'm going to have to probably stop camera for that. There we go, we got it. And then we just sort of jam that back in there. And we'll screw that back down right quick just so it don't get lost. And yes, of course, replace your brushes with the power applied and on. It's the safest way. Go to unscrew this side, and you will see what the problem is. There's that, the spring, but she's stuck. Now, I could go and rip it out and cause a problem, or what I could do is what I did last time with the brushes, which is to take out the 4 screws, unscrew this guy at the top, and I can't even tell you what a pain in the ass it was to try to put this back together. It was, you had to get everything lined up just right for it to go back together. And I'd like to take that out and see what the problem is, but meanwhile, this thing has been down for some time. Well, at least I saw where it went, so we're okay. This thing has been down for some time, and it's been, there have been a few instances. This is not something I use every day, but it is a very handy tool in my arsenal, and I do use it from time to time for a lot of different things. Let's get that back in. Okay. And just to see if it doesn't work at all now. Now it works, but you hear that? It's got like bad bearings. It's just shot. So it's sticky, and it doesn't work right, and that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm still going to open it another time. We'll do that. Maybe even I'll make a video on it. We'll have to see. And we'll investigate, see if anything can be done. If not, then I'm going to have to do something about it. In fact, that already happened. See, what happened was the wife and I were sitting having dinner one night, and I said that my Dremel was down, and that I don't need one this second, but it's kind of a pain in the ass because when I need one, and then it so turns out that China said, "Hey, we are Roxo company. VROXO. We have multi-grindy tool for you." So I said, "Yeah, send it on, send it on." Never got back to me. I kept emailing them for like 3 weeks after, never responded, those bastards. So I will never, ever buy a Vloxo brand multi-tool Dremel type thing just because of that. Because, if they can't even get back to me with that, then what happens if I have a real problem? So the wife kept asking me, so buy another tool. I don't like to spend money on myself. And she kept asking me, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? So I had to do it. Yeah, I mean, it says when, so that's when. Anyway, I actually bought this. So we're getting a China review. Actually, not really, because pretty sure I'm going to keep this. I liked what I saw. And another great thing. A lot of you out there poo-poo the China stuff. You say, "Oh, the China it's going to break. It's made in China. It's going to break. It's made." You look at the prices of shit nowadays. It's insanity. One of the reasons that the main, as they call it, the leading national brand is so expensive is because they paid for them to be the national leading brand. I have become increasingly more and more and more and more dissatisfied with the leading national brand. That could be in any category. Tide, of course, is the number one example. Look at how much it costs. With the detergent hoard that I have, there's a lot better out there for a lot less money. I will tell you that. And I'm living proof of it. Same thing. You can go buy a can of Del Monte green beans. $2.69. Oh, inflation. $7.69. Or you go to Aldi, get a can of green beans. $2.79 now, because inflation. So, but you get the idea. They're green beans. It tastes the same. It's exactly the same stuff. You're just paying for the name. Now, there are certain things that you got to pay for the name in. I wouldn't get a Toyota instead of a Toyota. Not that that exists, but what I'm saying. A Hyundai is not a valid substitute for a Toyota. But Dremel, they can fuck off. That thing was really a piece of crap to start with. So let's open this bitch up. Dremel gave me a blow-molded case. Wen gave me a polycarbonate plastic. I don't know what kind of plastic it is. It's the kind that if you drop it on the floor, it breaks. So that you got to be careful about. But how easy is that? Just the case alone is already worth the price of admission. The tool. A little plastic thing for that. They give you all kinds of bits. There's all kinds of sanding discs, just to give you an idea. Different sizes. Stuff like that over here. Your different collets. A little buffer thing. These here, I forget what they're called for the sanding discs. I mean drums. They give you, I don't know what this is, polishing compound. Different ones, 4 of them. The little white, what do you call it, jobbies over here? Buffers. I don't know if you can see. You can't. There you go. Little white buffing pads like that. They give you a nylon brush, couple of nylon brushes, a little wire brush, couple of wire brushes. This one is knackered out of the box, so that's nice. Should work just, I mean, that's fine. So a bunch of those. They give you this 80 grit. That could take your nail polish off real easy. And they give you the little wrench. Let's see. It's kind of in there real good. I'm going to have to pop it eventually. They give you a sharpening stone and all kinds of other grindy stones here. This opens, that comes out, and down in here we find, I don't know what that goes to, the Flexa cable and instructions. We'll get back to that in a second. So this plugs in the Dremel, and then you can put your, and it's really nice and flexible. Probably never use it because you're only as good as, you know. So I know you get that. This has this, which unscrews. This can come off if you don't want it, and then you can put that back. Maybe the other one is for, that's for, I'm not sure. We'll take a look. Let's get it so we don't, there we go. Well, they're different sizes, I think. No, maybe not. That looks pretty good right there. Yeah, so just one for if you use a little handle thing. I'm probably not going to use that. Alright, on-off switch. And you have speed control over here. So it's not in the same switch. That's okay. Your little button to lock it. It locks. Does everything it's supposed to. There's a little baggie with a Allen wrench. So that's good. And let's undo the twist tie quickly and plug it in and see how it runs. It's going to run better than the Dremel because that thing's all shot. I'm still going to call this a Dremel. Alright, I don't know if... Well, it says max, so we're going to run it down to the slowest speed. Okay, I can get jiggy with that. Makes cool sounds. I like that. Well, it's no V8 engine, but it'll have to do. You want your little hangy hook? You got that too. It does everything the Dremel does for like $30-something. And a nice case. Dremel gave me a blow-molded case with a little other tiny plastic case that they threw half as many accessories in. This was the score of a lifetime. I haven't even used the damn thing, and I'm thoroughly impressed with it over what the Dremel ever was. Take a look. It's squared off. You got flats everywhere on this thing instead of just two. I put the grindy bit from the Dremel that I had, which did not come with it. This was a separate thing. We're in. I have this computer slot cover thing that I'm not really willing to carve up, but I guess we will just to do it. Lowest speed. Yeah, cut a notch in it. Let's ramp that up a little. Not too much. Yeah. Now we got some sparks flying. That cut a nice groove in there. Did it slow down or bog down? Just like the Dremel would. Exactly the same. Made in China? You bet your bippy. Was the Dremel made in China? I didn't even have the thing on here. It doesn't. You don't even need it if you don't want. The Dremel, where was that made? China? It's made in China anyway. This was made in the factory next door because it's a little bit different with the thing here and the styling and the color of the case and that, but inside it's probably as good as the Dremel ever was. Let's go ahead and put that collar piece on. There we go. See, take that off. I'll put on a big one because I'm not going to use that handle thing. It just, I don't really see a need for that for the kind of work I do with it, which is occasional sometimes. Yep. So the whiff asked me when, and the time was now. And that's really all I got to say. I think that this will give the same type of service that Dremel did, if not even better. I love it already. This is perfect. Are these grindy stones and all the rest poor quality? Go to Depot and look up what a Dremel little thing. Is it going to last any longer? It's not. It's made in China too. It's the same stuff. It's the same garbage. Just buy it and be done. That's really all there is to it. It's all here for you. They give you everything. I'm satisfied with my purchase. That's it. And I got a nice kit with everything right there. Just make believe nobody saw that. When is now? That's when. Yeah, you need a rotary tool. I know I didn't test it much. I mean, there's guys out there that fucking go after all this shit. That's not me. I just need one for occasional use. This is more than plenty for that. And looks like it's probably going to be around for some time to come. Gaudy orange? Okay, yeah, but you know what? On a messy workbench, you can find it. That's right. So it's a good thing to have bright colors. That's going to wrap this up, really. That's really all I got. Like I said, I bought that myself after just looking through, seeing what was out there. Liked what I saw, bought it, and I'm happy with it. It's that simple. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.